I am making some Peppermint Snowflakes Candy type thing. So this is 4 ingredients, I guess. Could be 3 if you wanted to. Okay, so I have my chocolate and I'm adding just a little bit, about a half a capful of peppermint extract. You can use any mint flavoring you want, but I prefer the peppermint. I like that taste the best. All right, I have my candy mold here. They're little snowflakes. And I don't know if this is gonna be enough for all of it, so we'll see. So I'm going to put chocolate in each one. About, not quite half full. Just a little bit of water. Droplet in there. Yeah, this is the snowflake. Kind of looks like a flower, but it's a snowflake. Okay. So 12 ounces of almond bark I think would be perfect. Okay, so we're just going to tap that down. Okay, that one has a little too much, so I'm going to take a little out and move it over to this one that doesn't have enough. Okay, so we're going to let this set up. Now you don't want to be completely set up, because if you completely set up, then your layers aren't going to come together, but you don't want it completely liquid like this either. So I'm gonna let this sit. By the time I wash this, and I'm using bright white candy melts, bright white because I want them really white, then that will probably be about enough. It was brought to you by our Dining on a Dime cookbook. We have quick and easy recipes your family will love to help you get in and out of the kitchen fast. Please visit us at livingonadime.com. Okay, this is super, super hot. So I'm gonna let it cool off for a minute, but while it's cooling off, I'm gonna put in my peppermint. Okay, this has been about 8 or 9 minutes, and I'm using a smaller spoon. Let's see. And I'm wondering if I should test one. Oops. Okay, well that didn't work. Okay. There, that's about the perfect. Can you see how the skin is just barely breaking? When I put the white in, that's showing the chocolate is setting up. Okay. Then I'm going to take some, oops, oh dear, my bag just broke. No, it's a crisis, it's a crisis. Okay, so I'm going to sprinkle some of these Andes Peppermint Crunch baking chips. Love these things. You don't have to be mashing up candy canes. Am I the only one who hates mashing up candy canes at Christmas? And yes, that was a little drop of my tea from my fresh glass of tea that splatted, it must be on this bag, that dropped on the counter and it broke. Oops. Oh dear. Now I got issues. Okay, I got real issues here. Oh dear. Okay, so now I'm going to pat in my peppermints. Okay, I got my peppermint pretzel, or my peppermint bark snowflakes. I don't know where pretzels came from. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, that's very lovely. Okay, let me see. Oh, I like that. Okay, let's see this one. Oh, that's even lovelier. Okay, so the trick is to be really careful putting in your white chocolate, but I mean, it's really not gonna matter. All right, this is a great use for that leftover chocolate that you have at Christmas. Should I taste test one? Here, I'll taste test the ugly one. 10 out of 10. Sorry, you can't go wrong with peppermint bark. It's delicious. Okay, to store these, I would just put them in a zip top bag. And then if you want to make these, oh my goodness, you could make these a couple of months before Christmas if you wanted to, but you don't need to refrigerate them. You can if you want. You can freeze them if you want, but these can just sit on the counter and be made several weeks before Christmas. I have these leftover cookie dough. This leftover cookie dough that I made fudge out of. I never buy this stuff. I don't know how to use it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these little chunks and I'm going to make cookie dough bites out of these little chunks. I thought that was rather a brilliant idea. So I was like, what do I do with these? I do not know how to use them. All right, I'm gonna dip all these, and then I think I might get some sprinkles and put those on top too. Christmas lights here. Aren't those cute? Little festive Christmas lights. I don't know, should I put another one? Oops, oh dear. In decorating, you should always do things in threes, in case you didn't know that. That is the rule of decorating in odd numbers. Well, there, okay, like that. Okay, so I'm gonna go through and dip all these, and then we'll let them set up and show you what they look like. Only dip a couple of these at a time, otherwise your sprinkles won't set up. I'm not gonna finish the other three, but you could just put a little dollop like I did here and then put your sprinkles in, but that's okay. All right, gonna let these set up and then I'll show you what they look like. Here is my cute little cookie dough bites right there. Let's see. Let me find a cute one to cut. Okay, my knife. Just wondering if this one's big enough yet, guys. Let me know. I was told my knife was not. Ooh, it kind of smushed. Oops. Okay. Well, there you go. Mmm. Cookie dough candy. Yum. This is a great way to use these up. Well, I mean, other than making them into cookies. Okay, I have this little bit of leftover chocolate here, and I don't want to waste it, but I'm done dipping. So, put a little bit of peppermint extract. And I am going to pour this into my candy mold. Now you could put this in a piping bag if it's easier, but I'm being lazy today. I'm leaving a little off the tops here because I spilled, so I'm gonna scrape it over. Okay. All right, then I'm gonna take my scraper and smooth it all. Now, I did not want these to be this full because I'm going to put my candies in. Oops. Let's play musical candies, shall we? That's something I would do. I think my sugar levels are going a little berserk, although I had a blood test today and my sugar levels are doing well. Oh, I put the thing on the wrong side. Oh well, so goes life. Okay, so I meant to put these on the bottom and I didn't because my brain is fried, but that's okay. You guys love me anyway. Now, these are some leftover chocolate creme de mint. Okay, so let us get those all scraped in. And I kind of want them to fall down in a little bit. So I'm going to push them in. Why I did that was I didn't want them to totally melt. So I was letting the candy cool off for just a second. Okay, so now we've got them in there. And now we're gonna flop them down. And then we're gonna sprinkle one more time with few more just for decoration. Okay, and then we are going to let these just sit on top like that. Okay, and there we go. Okay, this one got a little full, but that's all right. Here, move it over to this one. Put some other green ones on top here. There's one. Okay. Now, it really doesn't get a whole lot easier than that. I mean, I guess it could get easier if you just dump the whole thing in. So I suppose if you didn't really want to be particular, you don't have to. And I might scrape off a little of the sides, just to be having one less side that I need to clean up afterwards because I got them too full. But that's okay. I can handle it. Say, I can handle it. I can handle it. There we go. We're gonna let this set up and then we will break out our candies. So I got my little candies here and ooh, they just pop right out just like that. There you go. Leftover candy does not have to go to waste. Then to store these, just put them in a zip top bag. And you can just keep them on the counter until Christmas. There you go. Okay, I have leftover white almond bark here. And what am I going to do is not throw it away. Ooh, okay, it's not totally melted, but my mixing bowl is hot, or my measuring cup is hot, so I'm going to add about a teaspoon of gingerbread spice into my white chocolate. See if that's enough. Ooh, that's pretty good. I think I just did about a half a teaspoon, so I'm going to add another half teaspoon or so. And then I have this little gingerbread mold here, and it is super cute. So I'm going to use this, and I think I'm going to use a piping bag for this. I think it would just be easier. Now, one of my viewers gave a tip to use a glass or a cup or whatever for putting your frosting and stuff in. Oh, that works beautifully. Okay, I don't know who suggested that, but thank you very much, person who suggested that. Okay, so one little lump that wasn't quite done, so I'm gonna mix it up there. Okay, all right, I got my, ooh, that's warm. Feels good on my fibromyalgia hands. So I used to make gingerbread soap. And this is my old, not old, but, well, yeah, old, but this is my gingerbread silicone mold that I used to make my gingerbread soap. Oh, the memories. I do miss making soap. Okay. Flatten them all down. All right, then if you want, you can scrape them clean. If you want, you don't have to though. You can just break off the little pieces of chocolate. Okay, so now, there we go. We're gonna let these set up, and then we're gonna have little gingerbread candies. Oh, yum. Oops, that one spilled. So he'll have a third arm. Okay, we cannot have our gingerbread mint having 3 arms. That would just really not be good. Okay. I'm hilarious from candy making. Okay. I'm gonna let these get hard and then pop them out and see what happens. I got my little gingerbread dudes here. See how, oh, that turned out so stinking cute. Oh, I love it. That is just really cute. Okay, so let me taste a leg. Oh, that is really good. You know what that tastes like? It tastes like eggnog. But then if you think about it, it tastes like gingerbread. Oh, yeah. Okay, this could either be an eggnog candy or a gingerbread candy. But it is a really good candy. Yum, this one's a keeper. All right, then to store these, what I would do is just put them in a zipper bag until Christmas. And you can store them in the fridge if you want, but you don't need to. You can just keep them on the counter just like that. I have some leftover white bark here. Whew. Now my measuring cup got pretty warm, so I think I'm going to finish letting it melt in the measuring cup. Okay, now I have pure peppermint extract, so that you want extract, not flavoring, because it's a lot more intense than actual peppermint. It actually tastes like peppermint. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Why did I do that? Because I'm tired, that's why. I didn't mean to do that, because now it's cooling it down, and I didn't want it to cool down, I want it to melt. So while that is melting, I have my leftover bark and I have my leftover baking pieces here. And I am going to sprinkle some in every little cavity here. Oops, and on the floor. Okay. It's all right, that'll be the ones for me to eat. How many comments am I gonna get on that one? Okay. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Okay, so do not let all these ingredients just be thrown away, which I would hope you wouldn't do that, but use them up to make these last few Christmas candies the last minute with all your leftovers. So here we go. Now you can put this in a piping bag if you want. Makes it easier and neater. But I'm in a time crunch, so although maybe it would save me time not having to clean up all the little bits, but it's okay. Okay, now I'm going to even them all out, get all the air bubbles out. If there's any that need just a touch more, like that one, and that one, that one, that one. There we go. Okay, now we're gonna let these set up, and then we'll unmold them and see these luscious peppermint candies. See if we have luscious peppermint candies. I think we will. Yum. Okay, I've got my little ooh, I love it. My little leftover peppermint candies. Okay, that turned out great. You gotta love it. Okay, let's see what it tastes like. I love white chocolate and I love peppermint. You just can't go wrong.